elevator, the three of us, and Warren introducing and Muhammad looming over me, looking down and saying, "Act crazy for me."
Jack Nicholson is an American actor and filmmaker. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest actors of all time. His 12 Academy Award nominations make Nicholson the most nominated male actor in the Academy's history. He's won the Academy Award for Best Actor twice. He's one of only 3 male actors to win 3 Academy Awards and one of only 2 actors to be nominated for an Academy Award for acting in films made in every decade from the 1960s to the 2000s. He's won 6 Golden Globe Awards and received the Kennedy Center Honor in 2001. In 1994, he became one of the youngest actors to receive the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award.
Poster for the picture, and was told that that would be illegal, which I found both complimentary and interesting.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is John Joseph Nicholson, but is also known as Nick and Mulholland Man. He was born April 22, 1937 in Neptune City, New Jersey, making him 85 at the time of this production. He stands at 1.77 meters or 5 feet 9 inches tall. Nicholson is a fan of the New York Yankees and Los Angeles Lakers. He claims that his personal favorite performances are his works in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Batman, Hoffa, and As Good as It Gets. He's a huge fan of professional wrestling, and his all-time favorites are Harley Race, Ric Flair, and John Cena. He has an art collection worth at least $150 million. During a 1992 Vanity Fair interview, Nicholson stated, "I don't believe in God now. I can still work up an envy for someone who has faith. I can see how that could be a deeply soothing experience." Nicholson has called himself a lifelong Irish Democrat, although he said he supports every president. In 1996, a lawsuit was brought against him for alleging that he promised a woman named Catherine Sheehan $1,000 for sex, then assaulted her when she asked for the money. He was asked to play the role of Michael Corleone in The Godfather. He turned it down, suggesting that an actual Italian should play the part. He's good friends with Serbian NBA superstar Vlade Divac. Nicholson's friendship with author-journalist Hunter S. Thompson is described in Thompson's autobiography, Kingdom of Fear. Jack was married to Sandra Knight from 1962 to 1968. He was in a relationship with Angelica Houston from 1973 to 1990. He dated Rebecca Broussard from 1989 to 1994, overlapping with Houston. He dated Laura Flynn Boyle from 1999 to 2004. He has 5 children from various relationships. In 2006, when he was 69, Nicholson dated actress Paz de la Huerta, who's 47 years his junior.
Pop up in the middle of your football practice and say, "Yes, I'm going to be an actor." It doesn't do it that way.
His mother, June Frances Nicholson, a showgirl, was only 17 years old when she became pregnant with Jack. His father's identity has never been totally clear. He was raised by his grandparents and believed they were actually his parents until after they had died. He believed June was his aunt. He believed June's sister Lorraine was his sister when in fact she was his aunt. He didn't learn his family secret until 1974 when he was informed by researchers from Time magazine. Jack moved to Hollywood in 1954 when he was 17 to visit his sister, Lorraine. His first job was as an office worker in Hanna-Barbera's animation department. He momentarily considered pursuing a career as an animator, but ultimately chose to focus on acting. He joined an acting group and eventually landed some bit parts in soap operas. In 1957, then 20-year-old Jack joined the California Air National Guard, in part to avoid being drafted into the Korean War. Jack first appeared on screen in Roger Corman's 1958 teen thriller, The Crybaby Killer. Over the next decade, Nicholson and Corman would collaborate frequently. Nicholson also worked behind the camera, writing and directing. He also appeared in a number of low-budget westerns. Jack wrote the screenplay for the 1967 movie The Trip, which was directed by Corman and starred Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda. 2 years later, Jack was given a part in Easy Rider. The success and praise from Easy Rider set Nicholson on an A-list path that would continue for decades to come. Other notable Nicholson film roles include 5 Easy Pieces, Chinatown, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Carnal Knowledge, The Shining, Reds, Terms of Endearment, Batman, A Few Good Men, As Good as It Gets, About Schmidt, Something's Gotta Give, and The Departed. On February 15, 2015, Nicholson made a special appearance as a presenter on SNL 40, the 40th anniversary special of Saturday Night Live. In October 2019, with the release of The Shining sequel Dr. Sleep, director Mike Flanagan revealed he approached Nicholson for a cameo appearance, but Nicholson turned down the offer while wishing the cast, crew, and film the best.
Working at MGM in the cartoon department, a job which I got really mainly to observe movie making because I was sort of starstruck at that time.
Jack Nicholson is one of the wealthiest and most award-nominated actors in American history. Nicholson has earned hundreds of millions of dollars in salary and back-end bonuses during his career. Nicholson's appeared in more than 60 films during his career. One of Jack's biggest early paydays came in 1974 when he earned $500,000 for Chinatown. In 1975, he earned a base salary of $1 million for Cuckoo's Nest. He was given 15% of the gross, which by 1978 brought his total payday from the movie to $15 million. In 1989, Jack was offered $10 million to appear as the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman, starring Michael Keaton. Jack famously offered to take just $6 million in exchange for a lucrative cut of not just the film's box office gross, but also the merchandise sales from toys featuring his likeness. Batman went on to gross $411 million at the worldwide box office. Within the first few years of the movie's release, his earnings topped $40 million. By 1994, he'd earned $60 million from the deal. He has a net worth of $400 million. A significant portion of his net worth is attributable to a $100 million real estate portfolio. He owns at least a dozen properties in the United States. His longtime primary residence is a multi-property compound on Mulholland Drive in Beverly Hills. Today, his Mulholland compound covers 3 acres over at least 4 properties. He bought his first property in 1969. He added additional parcels in 1993 and 2005. The property he added in 2005 was acquired from the estate of his good friend Marlon Brando. Nicholson bought the estate for $5 million in 2005 and razed the previous home. Nicholson owns several other houses around Los Angeles, including a house in Santa Monica, a condo in Venice, and a 70-acre property in Malibu, which he listed for $4.5 million in 2011, but ultimately took off the market. Outside of Los Angeles, Jack owns a house in Shasta County in Northern California, an oceanfront home in Kailua, Hawaii, and at least 1, perhaps 2 or 3 properties in Aspen, Colorado. He sold a home in Aspen back in 2016 for $11 million, a year after listing it for $15 million. He owns the following cars: a 1967 Volkswagen convertible Beetle, a Mercedes 600, a Range Rover, a Chevy Impala Hydrogen, a Mustang Shelby,